The MDP is a practice-based program. It explicitly addresses the need to take from our broad theory banks of academia and experiment so that we reach better tangible outcomes for people and their environments. The subject matter changes year to year as issues become more prominent on the world stage and regionally, and as the evidence and science changes. Our assessments reflect our principles. We perform landscape scenarios whereby we address the trade-offs at landscape scales. We craft posters which emphasize the importance of visual communication in such a complex field. And for the culmination of our MDP experience, we take a 2-month field excursion where in small groups of interdisciplinary teams we spend time with a range of remote and rural villages whereby we practice some of our techniques and analyze development as we have studied it. Ideologically, we more commonly think in the vein of resilience with the aim to enhance the policy and practice for the social ecological systems. We adhere to evidence-based approaches to examining sustainability and consider that politics must be considered in the uptake of these evidence-based approaches to development. Our program is bound to notions of sustainability along the economic, social, and environmental dimensions, so interdisciplinary approaches are explicitly addressed in our course loads, and both formal and informal cooperations across our learning space. In addition to academic interdisciplinary considerations, we put great value on retaining students with a great diversity of backgrounds, and have excelled at facilitating a sense of togetherness in the face of such diversity.
The objective of this field trip is to examine the patterns of land use and development across the major environmental gradients in northern Queensland. Our discussion focuses on the major opportunities and constraints influencing development within the region, and then we talk about similarities with different countries. During the trip in the tablelands, you really notice major drivers of change throughout the region. It is interesting to see how logging and mining is followed by population growth, often including migration from other regions and countries. Then, as agriculture expands and changes, people come and go, and often over one area there will be a variety of groups, crops and industries, all playing a role in the economic viability of the region. It's important to point out that the tablelands and the surrounding areas were once dependent upon deforestation and land exploitation, whereas now there is a focus on tourism, conservation, and encouraging people to see the natural beauty of the area. I expect that this is a common pattern of land use throughout many countries, and we are lucky to have it so close to our home at JCU.
You ready to go to Orpheus? Yeah. Yay! Ah, it was the rice cooker. Hey? Yeah. Yay!
Every year, the MDP group goes to Orpheus Island, one of JCU's research bases, located south of Cairns in the Great Barrier Reef.
If I wait, could I ever forgive myself? On a night when the moon glows yellow in the riptide, with the light
While on the island, we study small island communities.
and the TV's buzzing in the house. 'Cause I'm gonna go to where I can, and then I'm gonna duck out behind them.
The MDP group takes advantage of the research island to explore the reef and rainforest and build community spirit through sharing new experiences of the environment.
To offer it to you would be cruel, when all I want to do is use you. You was a diplomat son, you was 81. You was a diplomat son, you was 81.
We snorkel, go hiking, and share meals, songs, and stories in between study sessions on the island.
Dressed in white,
Small island communities make good case studies for development because they often face compounding development problems. These problems can include natural disasters, climate change, population pressures, and isolation. Despite these challenges, there are opportunities for positive development for small island communities, including tourism and conservation initiatives, as well as opportunities in fisheries and aquaculture. Learning to manage these challenges and taking advantage of the opportunities is vital because a large percentage of the global population lives on or near the coast.
We have turned sports and food into our collective language. Camaraderie and joint efforts are present in fun games and exquisite flavors. Without neglecting academic matters, the MDP focuses on deepening cultural values through gastronomy and enhances bonding across different sportive disciplines.
touch right. Did I?
This cross-sectoral approach simmers us down, builds up our self-confidence, and breaks through miscommunication barriers. Overall, more than networking, true friendships are built, and the food is simply delightful.
When we reach the end of the 2-year course, we are better equipped to design solutions to the social, political, economic, and environmental challenges that developing countries face.
All we know lately, Saturdays are all the same. Sympathy is overrated, like a snapshot when you've lost the game.
Many of us will return to our home countries and will use our knowledge, skills, and networking to contribute meaningful positive change in our environments, from the village level to the international level. Our job will be to make sure that the communities that are the most vulnerable are included in the decision-making processes so they gain long-term benefits from development. Through our focus on poverty alleviation and development pro empowerment, we believe that together we can bring change.